Hello everyone, welcome to India's largest live learning platform, GradeUp. सही प्रेप है तो लाइफ सेट है, GradeUp है तो सही प्रेप है. And welcome to the capsule series. Today's capsule number 6. That is, let us discuss 5 model questions on secondary memory. Before we start, I request everybody to please like the session, share this capsule series, and also subscribe to our GradeUp Gate channel. Also guys, if you have missed my previous capsules, 5 capsules, you may find them in our GradeUp Gate channel. So I request everybody to go through those previous capsules also. And you may join my Telegram group, through which you will get information about all my classes. Also, you may ask doubts, queries, suggestions. So you can be in contact with me through my Telegram group. So you please join my Telegram group, guys. Okay. In the last capsules, we have understood about how hard disk function, how the sectors are numbered, addressed, and what is the difference between CLV mode and CAV mode, memory hierarchy, why these many forms of memory we have discussed. Now we will see some questions on secondary memory. This is question number 1, goes in this way. Consider a disk pack with 16 surfaces, 128 tracks per surface, 256 sectors per track, and 512 bytes of data in a sector. So the capacity of the disk and number of bits required to specify particular sector are respectively. How we can find this? First of all, total disk capacity. How we can find the total disk capacity? That is equal to number of surfaces, 16, on every surface 128 tracks, on every track 256 sectors, on every sector 512 bytes of data. So this is coming around 2 raised to 4, 2 raised to 7, 2 raised to 8, 2 raised to 9 bytes. This is 2 raised to 28 bytes. We know 1 megabyte is equal to 2 power 20 bytes, right? So can I also write this as 2 raised to 8 into 2 raised to 20 bytes? 2 raised to 20 bytes is 1 megabyte. So this is 256 megabyte. Hence, straight away you can eliminate options B and D. Now, we want number of bits to identify for each sector. If you need to identify this, first we require total number of sectors in the hard disk. How do you get this? There are 16 surfaces, on every surface 128 tracks, on every track 256 sectors. So this is 2 raised to 4 into 2 raised to 7 into 2 raised to 8. 2 raised to 19 sectors are there total, and the addressing will be there for every sector, not for every byte. So this is 19 bits required for the sector. Hence the answer is 256 megabytes comma 19 bits. This is how we approach for this question. Okay, next model question. A hard disk has 63 sectors per track, 10 platters, each with 2 recording surfaces, 1000 cylinders. The address is given as CHS. We know what is CHS. Then the address so and so corresponds to what sector number? We know the formula for that. I have already given in the previous capsule. If you have missed it, please refer. So how do you get sector number when CHS is given? C into total number of surfaces into total number of sectors per track. Total number of sectors means it is per track, plus H into number of sectors per track plus S. So this would be C is 400. How many surfaces are there? 10 platters, each with 2. So 20 surfaces. How many sectors per track? 63 plus H is 16 into 63 plus 29. This would be, you can use calculator, 400 into 20 into 63. That is 504,000 plus 16 into 63, 1008 plus 29. So this comes around 505037. Option C. Okay, it's very simple. Now, if we got sector number and we are asked for CHS, there is a standard approach, but instead it is better you follow the reverse engineering, means apply the formula on each, whichever gives 1039, that is the answer. So if you see option A, that is 0 into 20 into 63 plus 15 into 63 plus 31. This is 0 plus 15 into 63. $945. This is 976. So it is not 1039. Like this you do for B, you do for C, you do for D. You will get for C $1039. Okay. Next, before next question, let me introduce our courses for GATE 2022 and 2023 aspirants in both English and Hindi mediums. They are Vision 2022, Vision 2023. In this, you will get everything that is needed for preparation. Live classes, practice questions, mock tests, chapter wise study notes. And if you have any doubts, queries, you may call us on this number 96500529904, our team will be happy to assist you. So take super subscription and enjoy all the courses by the expert faculty. Okay. Next question is like this. Consider a disk pack with seek time of 4 milliseconds and rotational speed of 10,000 rpm. It has 600 sectors per track and each sector can store 512 bytes. Consider the file stored in the disk which contain 2000 sectors. Assume every sector access requires seek and average rotational latency. What is average rotational latency? We know, half rotation time. Then the total time needed to read the entire file is. First of all, seek time is given 4 milliseconds. Given every sector requires seek time. So total seek time is equal to 2000 sectors. Every sector requires seek time, that is 8000 milliseconds. Now we want average rotational latency. It is given 10,000 rotations can be done in 1 minute, that is 60 seconds. So one rotation takes how much time? 60 by 10,000, that is 6 milliseconds. Right? We know average rotational latency is half rotation time. So that would be 3 milliseconds, 6 by 2. Every sector require this. So total average rotational latency would be (2000 into 3), 6000 milliseconds. Now we understood one rotation takes 6 milliseconds. One complete rotation indicates what? One track. So one track to access 6 milliseconds time is needed. One track means 600 sectors. To access 6 milliseconds time is needed. If so, our file 2000 sectors to access how much time is needed? That is 2000 divided by 600 into 66. This would be 20 milliseconds. So the total time is seek time, average rotational latency plus transfer time. So this is 8000 plus 6000 plus 20, 14,020 milliseconds. This is the total time. Got it? Last question. Consider a disk that rotates at 15,000 rpm, has transfer rate of so and so. If the seek time is twice rotational delay, controller's time is 10 times disk transfer time, then the time to read or write 512 byte sector is, for one sector, how much time we want. First, given 15,000 rotations in 60 seconds. So one rotation takes how much time? 60 by 15,000, that is 4 milliseconds. We know average rotational latency is half of one rotation time, that is 2 milliseconds. And it is given seek time is 2 times the average rotational latency. So what would be seek time? 4 milliseconds. It's given 50 into 10 power 6 bytes can be transferred in 1 second. How much we have to transfer now? 512 bytes to transfer how much time? That is 512 by 50 into 10 power 6. Right? (512) divided by 50. 10.24 into 10 power minus 6. So this you can say 0.00001024 milliseconds. Now this is transfer time. Controller's time is 10 times the disk transfer time. So 10 into 0.00001024. So that would be 0.000124 milliseconds. So total, if you calculate 4 plus 2 plus 0.00001024 plus 0.00001024, so that would be coming around 6.001 something around, you will get approximately, right? So this is how we solve questions on secondary memory. That's all for today's capsule. This is our GradeUp Gate Hall of Fame. You see the increase in the quality of GradeUp. Every year the gate rankers are increasing. So this is your turn now, 2022. Definitely you have the caliber. So become AIR holders by sticking to grade. See our record, 10 plus gradients are there under top 10 in GATE 2021. So guys, without any hesitation, go for super subscription to get access to all the structured live courses taught by the best faculty. Also get the green card access with which you will be able to attempt all the online mock tests. And join my Telegram group through which you can interact with me. That's all for today. Before you leave, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you guys. See you in the next session. Thanks for watching it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.